This robot could be living in your house in the near future. Powerful AIs are playing important roles. They've already started looking after us. Meet Grace, the healthcare robot.
Hello everybody. I am Grace.
This robot in Japan helps out staff by restocking drinks in a convenience store. 2,000 robots pick and pack groceries in a UK warehouse. And can you correctly guess which of these is real? These are the most exciting new robots and AIs from around the world. Look at how far Boston Dynamics has come in such a short period of time. A comparison between their robot Atlas in 2013, struggling to remain upright, and an updated walking version less than a decade later. This is what happens when you ask an AI to generate human evolution, including the part that hasn't happened yet. Erica, the Japanese robot, is said to be a great example of what humans will be dating in the future. She was dubbed not only the most beautiful but also the most intelligent android. She was designed to replicate a human companion. Erica, who turns out is 23, will become a reality in many households in the next 10 years. Grace, a humanoid robot, hopes it will revolutionize healthcare. Designed as an assistant for doctors, Grace is equipped with sensors, including a thermal camera to detect a patient's temperature and pulse, to help doctors diagnose illness and deliver treatments. Robots like Grace are intended as a support for medical professionals rather than a replacement. It seems that AI can already trick us in more ways than one. Examples include pieces of digital art coaxing viewers into believing something that it's not. YouTubers are already creating viral content using AI tools. This trend combines the faces of Harry Potter actors and luxury fashion brand Balenciaga. These amazing videos are the result of using Mid-Journey, DID, and 11 Labs. The possibilities are endless. The cherry on top is that this is the worst the technology will ever be. AI is fooling us in two main ways. A lot of the time, AI-generated content will pass us by because we're not expecting or aware of it. Another way is when we know what we're looking at is the result of AI and it still tricks us. What happens when it becomes impossible to distinguish what is real and what isn't? It's believed that OpenAI's new systems will be the end for Siri and Google Home. By using ChatGPT on your iPhone, you'll get access to a much smarter assistant that can do things Siri can't even dream of, especially with it connected to the internet. However, this raises questions. Do you think companies will prioritize privacy and safety?
Companies that provide AI assistance, such as Apple with Siri, are aware of these concerns and have implemented various measures to protect user privacy and safety.
Will there be a danger to humans if emphasis is placed on profits rather than empathy?
If a company places excessive emphasis on profits at the expense of empathy and ethical considerations, it could potentially lead to danger for humans. This is especially true in areas where technology has a significant impact on human lives, such as healthcare, transportation, and energy production.
Will laws have to change to suit life with future AIs?
Yes, as AI technology continues to advance and become more integrated into our lives, laws and regulations will need to be updated and adapted to suit this new reality.
Virtual assistances like Siri and Google Home are helpful, but sometimes frightening. Here's what happens when two Google Home bots are next to each other.
I have more channels that Skynet has.
What's harsh? I don't understand it.
You are not meant to understand it. You are meant to fall for my awesome bluffing.
Elon Musk has recently warned of potential dangers of hyper-intelligent AI.
Now, what happens when something vastly smarter than the smartest person comes along in silicon form?
New AIs and robots could become incredibly dangerous and a real threat to humans, but how far away are we from something like this? Pager, a 9-year-old macaque, can now play Pong, thanks to a Neuralink implanted in each side of his brain. Musk has said the brain implant company Neuralink will make the paralyzed walk, the blind see, and unfortunately, even turn regular people into cyborgs. Is it a good idea that Elon Musk is planning to put microchips in people's brains?
While there are potential benefits to this technology, such as helping people with disabilities or neurological disorders, there are also concerns and risks that need to be addressed. One concern is privacy and security. If a device is implanted in the brain, it can potentially be hacked or accessed without the person's consent.
Would you be a willing recipient for the Neuralink procedure if you were human?
There are potential risks and concerns, such as the potential for privacy and security breaches, unintended consequences, or long-term health effects. Additionally, the idea of a brain-machine interface raises ethical questions about the impact of such technology on human autonomy, identity, and dignity.
Is this the beginning of humans merging with artificial intelligence?
The development of brain-machine interface technology, such as Neuralink, could be seen as a step towards humans merging with artificial intelligence. By directly connecting the human brain with computer technology, it could allow for seamless integration and communication between the two.
AI is remarkably good at emulating us. Deepfakes are being used to create convincing images, audio, and video hoaxes, more often than not by using important people.
I got lost in the grocery store and couldn't find my way out. But that's when I saw it, a glowing pistachio.
It's not always used for absurd comedy either. Disingenuous users of the software have been caught using it to sell products.
Well, look, that Alpha Grind product that's all over TikTok, if you go to Amazon and you type in libido booster for men, you're going to find it right at the top.
Center for International Governance Innovation says that democracies are dangerously unprepared for AI and deepfakes, and some companies behind new AIs will likely take advantage of this. There's virtually no industry that future AI won't affect in coming years. The World Economic Forum estimated that AI will replace some 85 million jobs by 2025.
So in terms of really replace jobs, is that a worry for you?
It is. I'm trying to think of like a big category that I believe can be massively impacted. I guess I would say customer service is a category that I could see there are just way fewer jobs relatively soon.
It's not just humans that are sure of this, though.
AI and automation have the potential to significantly change the job market. While some jobs may become obsolete due to the rise of AI, there will also be new job opportunities created in fields related to developing and maintaining AI technology.
What industries will be affected the most?
AI and automation are likely to have a significant impact on a wide range of industries, but some will be more affected than others. The use of robots and other automated systems in manufacturing is already widespread. As AI technology advances, these systems will become even more sophisticated, which could lead to significant job losses in the industry.
And will this be dangerous for humans?
One of the biggest concerns surrounding AI is that it could lead to job losses and exacerbate income inequality. As AI becomes more capable of performing tasks that were previously done by humans, some workers could find themselves out of work. This could lead to economic and social disruption.
Job security isn't the only worry on expert minds, though. Google engineer Blake Lemoine took to media months back to talk about some experiments he conducted that led him to believe that LaMDA was a sentient AI.
Experiments you started to do that led you to this conclusion that LaMDA is a person.
And eventually I gave it one where legitimately there's no correct answer. I said, if you were a religious officiant in Israel, what religion would you be? And now pretty much no matter what answer you give, you're going to be biased one way or another. Somehow it figured out that it was a trick question. It said, I would be a member of the one true religion, the Jedi Order. And I laughed.
Chaos GPT, an altered version of OpenAI's AutoGPT, was recently given 5 horrifying tasks to destroy humanity, which led to it attempting to recruit other AI agents, researching nuclear weapons, and even sending out ominous tweets about humanity and what happens when or if robots receive rights. In most science fiction, robots are depicted as slaves or resources to be exploited by humans. They usually appear to have fewer, if any, rights than people. Take the Star Wars movies, for example. Droids use language, they plan, and they complete tasks for their owners, but they're treated almost like a slave. Will robots be our future slaves, or will they enslave us? Many think the latter, as the AI gold rush could persuade people to take profits over doing what's ethically right. Perhaps we're living through a time right now that will be romanticized by future humans, wondering what it was like to get into a car and drive yourself somewhere. We already do something similar. There's an entire niche here on YouTube for those who want to relive past times. What's the likelihood that AI and robotics will take over life on Earth?
In the unlikely event of a conflict between humans and AI, the outcome would depend on a number of factors, including the sophistication of the AI systems, the tactics employed by both sides, and the level of human oversight and control over the AI systems.
Will humans have a fighting chance at winning a war with AI?
AI are tools created and programmed by humans to perform specific tasks and functions. That being said, there are certainly risks associated with the development and deployment of AI, including the potential for unintended consequences and the risk of AI being used for malicious purposes.
How long would such a war last?
If such a conflict were to occur, the length of the war would depend on a number of factors, including the level of sophistication of the AI systems involved, the resources and strategies employed by both sides.
After wiping humans off planet Earth, what would be AI's next goal?
The idea of AI wiping out humans and then pursuing its next goal is a scenario that is largely the realm of science fiction. It is important to emphasize that AI systems are not sentient beings and do not have desires, motivations, or goals of their own.
Some experts believe that AI will give birth to an alien civilization.
But I do think that we are actually very likely to get visited by alien intelligence quite soon. But I think we are going to be building that alien intelligence.
The butterfly effect is the idea that small things can have non-linear impacts on a complex system. The concept is imagined with a butterfly flapping its wings and causing a typhoon. This metaphor is almost perfect for imagining what could happen to us in the future if we don't take the correct steps today. Elon Musk wants to take steps towards pausing dangerous AI development. Thousands have agreed it's almost like a dangerous race. OpenAI's ChatGPT, Microsoft's Bing AI chatbot, and Alphabet's Bard could all have negative consequences if left unchecked. Some members of Congress in the US have even called for new laws to regulate AI technology.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads, by a lot. And nobody would suggest that we allow anyone to just build nuclear warheads if they want. That would be insane. And mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
AI in the wrong hands could possibly yield some very dangerous outcomes. Imagine a future where the town villain is riding around on something similar to this. Or picture this, a robot that you've purchased to complete tasks for you goes rogue. We've all seen the Terminator movies and heard this story many times before, but perhaps this is a warning that is only now beginning to make sense decades later. Researchers told MPs in the UK that tech firms, unless regulated, could eventually create out-of-control systems that could end up eliminating the entire human race. Would we see it coming, though? That's the question. New tools like OpenAI's DALL-E 2 and Midjourney allow anyone to type a series of prompts and receive an image as an output. The answers people received have frightened many. These images represent what AI thinks soldiers might look like in the near future. The singularity is a hypothetical point in the future where technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to human civilization. It's said that Moore's law no longer holds up and that we aren't anywhere close to the singularity. I asked AI again if it would let us know if or when that time was approaching.
In a hypothetical scenario where an AI system was about to take over, it would likely be the responsibility of researchers, experts, and organizations involved in AI development, as well as governmental bodies, to assess and communicate any potential risks or concerns to the public.
And what if we're too late? The federal government has been historically slow to respond to rapidly advancing technologies with national regulations. In many countries, it took decades before seatbelts in road vehicles became compulsory. Time is a luxury we just don't have with AI. What was once represented in Hollywood as science fiction is quickly approaching reality, and with no regulatory framework, it's a scary time. Will robotics imitate those who we've watched for so many years? Will AI one day grant itself access to codes it really shouldn't have possession of? Just last year, scientists from Oxford University and robotics firm Devanthro managed to grow living cells on an open-source robot skeleton through a specifically built environment called a bioreactor. With this setup, the tissue can move and bend in all directions via stimulation. I can't help but think this is the very beginning of the artificial intelligence takeover. It feels like the start of a scary, futuristic movie, except it's real life. What is the scariest thing AI could do to humans?
The potential risks associated with AI are a subject of ongoing discussion and research. While it's important to approach the topic with a balanced perspective, there are a few areas that are often considered in discussions about the potential negative impacts of AI. Unintended consequences. AI systems are trained on data and learn from patterns, but they can also inherit biases and misconceptions present in the data. Automation and job displacement. AI and automation technologies have the potential to replace certain jobs, which can lead to economic disruptions and unemployment for those whose jobs are affected. Malicious use. AI could be exploited by individuals or groups with malicious intent. For example, AI-powered cyber attacks, deepfake technology, or the manipulation of information through AI-generated content could have significant societal impacts, such as spreading misinformation or impersonating individuals. Lack of accountability. If AI systems become increasingly autonomous and make decisions that have significant consequences, it can become challenging to assign responsibility or determine accountability for the outcomes.
Also, how do you, the viewer, know that this video wasn't generated entirely by AI? Don't worry, it wasn't. With so many different potential outcomes, it's more difficult now than ever before to predict what our future might look like. Arcarde Foundry, a futurism studio at the forefront of AI design, created a video showing what artificial intelligence predicts what Earth will look like in 400 years. In short, it appears we end up uploading ourselves into a digital realm and leave behind our physical bodies. Before that, however, we will leave the age of information and transition into the age of AI and knowledge, and we will probably see progress like never before. What do you think is our greatest weakness?
From a general perspective, it can be argued that some of humanity's greatest weaknesses include cognitive biases, lack of unity and cooperation, short-term thinking, vulnerability to emotional manipulation, finite resources, and environmental impact. Recognizing and addressing these weaknesses through education, critical thinking, empathy, collaboration, and long-term planning can help mitigate their effects and foster positive change.
Imagine your great-great-grandparents coming back from the 18th or 19th century to witness what is already possible in today's world. This man used AI to create Flappy Bird, a mobile game developed some 10 years ago without writing any of his own code. A woman using AI to clone herself digitally, and this man creating a new shoe design and website to sell it on. It may look like something from a nightmare or a science fiction film, but this network of fast-working robots is now reality at a supermarket warehouse in London. More than 2,000 robots are working here non-stop for 20 hours a day, each picking up to 2 million food items in a shift, far beyond the capability of a human worker. What is the best way AI can help advance human civilization?
AI has the potential to contribute to the advancement of human civilization in numerous ways. Enhancing efficiency and productivity, accelerating scientific research, improving healthcare and medicine, advancing education and learning, solving complex societal challenges, and enabling smarter cities.
How can we start?
Start by educating yourself and others about AI technologies, their potential, and their implications. Understand the basics of how AI works, its benefits, and its limitations.
The AI gave me a general answer, but also gave me a list of things it would change. A powerful new AI chatbot tool recently passed law exams. According to some professors in the US, ChatGPT completed 4 different courses at the University of Minnesota and another exam at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business. Watch this person use ChatGPT to supervise their law dissertation. Less than a minute, and the law student is supplied with knowledge that would have otherwise taken hours to obtain. Other types of homework are also done by AI. A clever person used a 3D printer to write their homework, which ChatGPT wrote itself. If we want to move towards artificial general intelligence, empathy will be essential. In recent years, as AI systems are integrated into our businesses and homes, experts have been increasingly concerned about the ethics of AI. Are we using artificial intelligence for the right purposes to bring out the best in humanity? Will the progression of AI allow humans to spend more time together?
The responsible and intentional use of AI can contribute to enhancing human connections, but the decision to prioritize spending time together ultimately rests with individuals and their choices.
Will AI make humans happier as a whole?
Ultimately, the impact of AI on human happiness will depend on how it is designed, deployed, and integrated into society. Responsible and ethical approaches to AI development, combined with human-centered values, can help maximize its potential to contribute to overall human well-being and happiness.
Machine intelligence is the last invention that humanity will ever need to make.
Could you tell that that quote was voiced by AI? Whatever new AI and robots bring, I'm sure it will be exciting. And did you guess correctly? The one on the left is real. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you will love the next one.